Greetings, everyone. This is Dennis Connolly, your Den at the Door. We're here in Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin, and all the villages and cities in Greater Door County seem to have their excellent festivals. There's the Apple Festival, there's autumn, there's spring celebrations, and here in the winter in Sturgeon Bay, they have the Fire and Ice Festival. Just happens to be today, February 14th, Valentine's Day, so the warmth of Valentine's Day and the chill of the outside and the snow sculpts will make for a very, very interesting presentation and day for us. Snow is a wonderful media, as you know, in Wisconsin. You can't live without it here. A lot of people use it as a sports media. We have to drive on it frequently, but here they're turning snow, packed snow, into beautiful sculpts. And today we're going to see a number of those and meet the artists making these sculpts and enjoy this beautiful day in Sturgeon Bay. And we're at our first snow sculpt. And we have with us two of the snow sculpting artists. In your name, sir?
Matt Karshna.
Hi, Matt.
Levi Ingebrigtsen.
How you doing, Levi? And this looks like a beautiful shape that you have going right now. And I see in your hand, as all good sculptors, as all good artists would do, they would spend the time to create a model before they would actually create the large scale. Can you tell me about this cute little model that's grimacing in front of me?
Sure, we just have two kind of like fun sphere shapes. When one's kind of throwing the haymaker at the other one and he's going down. There's kind of an illusion to this piece where if you stand at the right spot, these two pieces, even though they're about maybe 10 feet apart, should look like they're pretty close to each other.
Oh, I got it, yeah.
So we're trying to make it fun for people to walk around and see it.
Yes, and what inspired you to make this fun little creation?
I think the weather inspired us the most. It's been so warm up here, and it's been, we're down in Waukesha County coming up here, and it's been in the 40s. And I tell you, when it's warm, you can't really do much as far as detail and intricacy because the weather just doesn't support it. So we're working on these actually last night over at the hotel, the Bridgeport.
Perfect. Yeah. What fun! What a fun conversation evening. So have you been doing snow sculpting for a long time, Matt?
Yeah, it's been about maybe 14 years. We actually were a Team USA for the 2005 Olympics in Italy.
Very impressed. Yep. And at Breckenridge as well, huh?
Breckenridge, yeah, last year. Sculpted in Breckenridge, Colorado, international festival out there. So that was
great. Well, for all of us here in Door County, we're just delighted to have men of your expertise and your history and your devotion to this art form to come up here and share your good work with us. Can you give us the title of this, please, Matt?
Well, we really don't have a title.
The Boxers.
The Boxers.
The Boxers. Sounds perfect. Sounds perfect. Well, we wish you well today, and we look forward to coming back with the finished pieces. And we know the people of the city and of Door County enjoy having you here. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us up.
Yep.
We're visiting another of the sculptures here. This is an ice sculpt. We're right outside the Bridgeport Resort and Waterfront Resort. And we viewed this across the street. Unfortunately, the artist has made himself scarce. I believe he worked very hard and created this fine piece. It appears to be a young man or a fisherman sitting on a pier or sitting on a dock of the bay. And we're here in Sturgeon Bay. This dock dweller, this dock sitter, has got a pleasant expression on his face, finely detailed fingers and feet, nice expression, and a beautiful day over here on the south, or as they call it, the west side of Sturgeon Bay. And we'll be on to more ice sculpts presently. We're now in front of the beautiful little wine shop in Sturgeon Bay, And we're viewing another sculpt. Again, the artist has done his work and is probably enjoying warmth right now. This is a very cute, characteristic, very alive and fun little sculpt. It's got, I believe, either bears or raccoon. I'm gonna judge raccoon. Cute one up on top, perched on this stump, and another one behind with a wine bottle fitting of the shop that is a sponsor. Also embossed within this sculpt is part of the spirit of today, a beautiful red heart that connotates the love of St. Valentine's Day. We're here with another of the sculptors, and it's a beautiful piece in progress. And the artist's name?
This is Matt Norman.
Hi, Matt. And Matt, you're the third Matt we've met today. Is that a common sculptor's name, do you think?
It's genetic. It comes with the name.
It just comes with the craft. And how long have you been being an ice sculptor?
I've done this every year. They've had the ice carving, but maybe I missed, I think, 2 years.
Well, I'm sorry you missed those 2 years.
Yeah,
it wasn't the same. All right.
No, I needed a break.
You had to warm up a little, did you, man?
Yep.
So, tell us about this piece.
This is the Big Dog, because the block of ice was sponsored by the Big Dog radio station.
Excellent.
So,
and,
just trying to
country hat on there.
Yeah, got the cowboy hat and just trying to pull it all together off of memory. So
yeah, well, it's coming together. Your creative juices are certainly working, but you're keeping them at a low temperature, so it's not
all day. I only use hand tools. So
perfect. Well, you're a purist, and we admire your artwork and your great efforts, and we thank you for being here.
My pleasure.
Thank you. We're here at another beautiful work commemorating St. Valentine's Day. Is the all-important heart, the heart of love, but it's sort of a frigid heart, so I don't know how warm that love comes through. We're near the new bridge now as we're moving around Sturgeon Bay on this beautiful Valentine's Day for Fire and Ice. We have another fine snow sculptor here, and your name, sir?
Cal Cothrati.
Hi, Cal, and I see you have a Georgia Tech Bulldog sweatshirt on merely because that's what was on the rack, or are you a Georgia guy?
I have family down there, and I like Georgia. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Nothing wrong with the Peach State, is there? And so tell us about your piece, please.
This is going to be a life-size scuba diver who is going to be supported by a reef wall, and he'll be reaching with one hand for a starfish on the bottom of the seafloor.
Beautiful concept and a lovely execution so far. What inspired you to create such a beautiful sculpt?
Well, I like to scuba dive, so it's something that's dear to my heart, and I also know the equipment a little better, and it's a little easier for me to see it in my mind's eye.
And it's a little more comfortable way to capture the spirit of scuba diving in this icy, frigid day, isn't it?
That's true, and this is a great place to scuba dive. There's a lot of history up here too. So
a lot of shipwrecks, a lot of things to see, beautiful waters. Thanks. Are you from this area?
From Milwaukee, actually.
Wonderful. And well, thanks for coming up here. We enjoy your piece. We can't wait to see as it progresses.
Thank you so much, Dennis. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. We're at another fine piece across the new bridge, and your name, sir?
Dave Gass.
Hi, Dave, and where are you from?
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, good. And I see you're creating a beautiful young lady, and does she have a name?
This one is Aaliyah.
Aaliyah, of course it is. And you say Helia and Elia.
Right, they're twins.
Twins. And how did you conceptualize this?
Well, I didn't know what I wanted to do because this was my first block alone, and I thought I just have to do something that I know really well, and they're my daughters. So.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
Their faces for this.
Oh yeah, great study, and I'm sure they're going to be very proud of their dad having created this.
I hope so.
And
Or scared.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Scared of my paintings. I figured they'd be scared of my sculptures.
Well, they'll grow out of it and learn to appreciate your efforts to commemorate their beauty.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We have with us another one of the fine snow sculpting artists. And your name, sir?
My name is Kevin Sawicki.
Hi, Kevin. Where are you from?
I'm from Cudahy, Wisconsin.
Good. Welcome from wonderful Cudahy, where the bacon is always being making, huh?
Yeah, I walk out my house door and it smells like bacon if the wind's out of the west.
Yeah. Oh, that's chocolate, bacon, coffee, maybe garlic. I think butter. All those things are great. Now, tell us about the sculpt you're creating.
Well, I was originally intending on doing a more detailed piece. I was going to do a piece that was like a locket, a heart opening up like a locket with like watchworks inside of it, and it was going to be the key to my heart.
Right.
But unfortunately, when we got to the weather got to the blocks before we did, and it's all slush. It's not snow anymore, and so I really can't carve it.
Yeah.
So basically, I decided to just improvise, and I'm going to do 3 hearts of varying height with a couple of roses down below. You can see the leaf coming out here.
Oh, yeah.
And, it's just we have to improvise when it gets
basically,
like this.
based on the temperature and therefore the consistency of the material is going to influence what kind of detail, what kind of creation you can make.
Absolutely, yeah. We always have to come to these things with a plan B. We really do.
There you go.
Last week's competition, which was the U.S. Nationals, most of them.
Lake Geneva?
Yeah, and that fell apart before judging.
I live near there, and we were planning to go Saturday, and weather, it's sad.
It's very sad.
So how did they handle that?
Well, we judged it like usual, but nobody's piece looked like intended. Well, 1 or 2 did, and they had a design that worked, but ours was a very delicate design, and it was down 2 hours before judging. And the funny thing was the conditions were perfect going into it.
I know.
And that kind of change.
So how many of these do you enter a year?
Depending on what my workload is at school is usually about 2 big ones and then as many small ones like this as I can get.
Are you a student or a teacher?
I'm a teacher.
And what level?
I teach high school.
Excellent.
I'm an outdoor educator and a shop teacher. I teach wood shop.
Well, those students are lucky to have such a creative, focused man.
Oh, thank you.
Yes,
very
and
nice.
We're looking forward to thank you for adapting, and thanks for making a nice piece that's going to be fitting of Valentine's Day for the people of Sturgeon Bay to enjoy.
Scream the theme.
All right, man. The Fire and Ice Festival brings us to still another beautiful ice sculpt. This trio is working hard on it. One man is churning the ice with a long pole. I don't know quite if he's producing some ice butter or what. And we have a young lady carefully molding these various apertures in the side, and a man working with what appears to be a file or a saw blade. And your names, please?
I'm Jennifer Telapetro.
Hi, Jennifer.
Shane LeCan.
Hi, Shane.
Philip Sichman.
Hi, Philip. And where are you guys from?
From Clintonville.
Excellent. And so what got you guys into ice sculpting?
My brother manages the photo shop here.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
This is our first year. So he just thought, come out, do it.
Yeah. And you're enjoying yourself?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. This is a neat creation. Can you describe it for me?
Well, it's a vase, actually. There's models right there.
Excellent.
That one.
I'm going to put some flowers in it when we're done.
Wonderful. Did you have to create a model before, or do you just feel that so much?
That's just the vase that we're going to go by, and then we're going to stuff a big bouquet of flowers.
Excellent. Will they be real flowers, or will? Yep. And so everyone going by can wish their loves a happy Valentine's Day, thanks to your vase and the cool weather that will preserve these flowers.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, and keep at it, man. I hope you get to wherever you need to go.
Yeah,
soon.
thank you.
We're here in front of another ice sculpt. The sculptor has finished his work. The title is Das Boot, which of course is boat in German, but it looks almost as if it could be a beer stein with some sudsy yellowish material that's no longer effervescent. And they say beer without bubbles is just not as good as it should be. So here on this cold day, I don't think we'll enjoy a sip of this. I think we'll move on to the next sculpt.
It's kind of because spring training is starting this and the pitchers and catchers are coming, so I thought I had 2 blocks here. I thought I'll do a pitcher and a batter.
We're here at another beautiful snow sculpt, and some of the patrons des arts of ice are with us. Some of the families viewing the beautiful ice sculpts and snow sculpts. Yeah. And you folks, your names, please?
Melissa.
Melissa.
What is your name?
Say your name, Kate.
Yeah, she said it. Kate.
Hi, Kate. How are you?
Yeah.
Good.
And this is Lauren.
I'm Nancy.
Nancy and Lauren.
Right,
and what do you all think of these beautiful creations?
What do you think?
What do you think? Is
nice.
it pretty neat?
Yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Your name, sir?
Jeff Olson.
Hi, Jeff. And obviously, you're a veteran of snow sculpting.
I've done this for a while.
Yeah, and by the way you're using your chisels and your files and so forth, you really know the material and you know how to use these tools. How long have you been doing snow sculpt, Jeff?
Did my first one in 1965.
Oh my goodness! I've
been competing since '92.
My goodness, where do you live, Jeff?
In Egg Harbor.
Egg Harbor, wonderful.
How far away do you go to do these?
You can go all over the world basically and do it. I've competed against teams from Argentina, China, all over. Farthest I've probably gone in a competition, we went out to Maine for a international competition. I pretty much stay in the Midwest.
Were you at this year's Lake Geneva?
No, I've been at, since '97, I've been at all except 2. This year was the second time I have not competed down there. I had commitments to do a festival in Menasha, and so it was not going to be. It wasn't competing there.
Now this material looks a little challenging, Jeff. Is that the typical where it has a lot of variation and it's?
There's no typical in snow sculpture.
Yeah. So your shape sometimes has to reconform based on what you find.
Yeah, it's you get what you get most of the time. We had a real hard time making the blocks these last 2 days. There's a lot of water content in the snow, and right now. Most of the blocks have frozen about a foot, but then once you get in, it's slushy again. But
so there's no.
All of a sudden, it seems like it's warming up again, and now even the outside is starting to get slushy on me, and mainly because of the high water content.
Yeah, sure. Well, this is a little baseball scene. I see a catcher, and or is that a pitcher?
Nope, pitcher. He's pitching the ball, and
got it.
This is the batter.
The batter, and do we have to worry about any of the shops across the way as far as once they connect on an icy sphere?
No, that's a brewer. This is a Cub. He won't hit it.
And we're with another artist here on the streets, street artist with your beautiful ice sculpt. And your name, sir?
Bill.
Good old Bill. How are you, Bill? And your creation is an elegant man in a fine hat, and he seems to be sporting a bottle in his arm. And can you tell me anything more about him?
Sure. He's supposed to be like an Al Capone type, because according to legend, he tried to buy the farm from Simon Creek Winery, one of the original owners, and to run his bootlegging operation.
Oh, no kidding. Well, good thing that Simon Creek is there with their good attitude and their fine wine, instead of just your common Chicago Red that Al Capone would have produced, huh?
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
Yeah, well, it's a beautiful piece. You're certainly bringing the character out on this ice, and you're making them come alive and making that legend a more permanent thing, at least until the weather warms up.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much.
I'm Rick.
Hi, Rick. What's your creation going on here?
Well, so far it's a baby grand.
Yeah, baby, you're going to play some cool music on that.
Well,
huh?
yeah, I'm going to put some keys on it first, and then I have to get somebody to come in and tune it.
Yeah. Well, you can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish or a block of ice, they tell me.
You've heard that before.
Somewhere. Yep. I don't think I created that. All right, so you're putting some legs on it now, and actually our cameraman engineer is quite a pianist. He'll probably come back and get those ivories moving for you.
Well, I have to build it first, and then he'll...
And we're at a beautiful sailing ship here, and a schooner, might we call it, it's ebbing on a large wave, and I don't want to guess what's going to happen as that wave hits its crescendo and goes down. Your name, sir?
Max Martin.
Max, and where are you from, Max?
Sturgeon Bay.
Wonderful. And tell me about this piece, and it's called The Wave.
It's called The Wave.
Door County.
I asked my wife this morning what I should carve, and she said, well, do a sailboat. She said, do the mast first and the sails. If they break off, then just do a motorboat.
It sounds great, and if that goes, a rubber flotation device would work.
You got it. You got it.
Just
the waves.
Yeah. Well, this has certainly turned out, and again, your wife's good decision-making processes
as usual
and direction, which you followed, has produced a fine item here. So
thank you very much.
Yeah. No. Thank your wife.
All right.
For all of us and all of our wives that help us think every day.
All right.
All right. God bless. Thanks.
I'm Dave Myland.
Hi, Dave Myland. And Dave, you're making a fine porpoise or dolphin?
Whichever you prefer.
Well,
it's a dolphin.
It's a marine mammal, and it's a beautiful creature. And you've been working at this all day. Obviously, you've been doing a wonderful job.
Since this morning, 9 o'clock.
Yeah. Now, just down the street, we were talking to a gentleman who was doing a sailing ship, and he said he chose doing that sailing ship based on what his wife told him to do.
Oh, okay.
And so how did you make the choice to produce this beautiful piece?
Well, actually, I was going to do two dolphins intertwined with a heart in the middle, but
yes.
I had an unfortunate block crack in there that wasn't going to allow that. So I took half the design and implemented it.
Well, you had a malady of this ice sculpting, which was a block crack, and then writers have writer's block.
Right.
So on we go with these problems.
So I looked at it for 5 minutes and I came up with it.
It's a beautiful piece. Where are you from?
I'm from Sturgeon Bay here.
Excellent.
Sure.
Well, thanks for sharing with us, and keep creating. It's very nice.
I will.
Appreciate
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Right.
And we're here with another great sculptor, and we're near Hallmark, and we're outside the old hardware building, which is now Door County Eye Associates. Your name, sir?
Levi Zeitler.
Hi, Levi. You're the second Levi we've interviewed today, and so it must be another popular ice sculptor's name, I'm presuming.
I guess, yeah.
I guess, and I'm wearing Levi's, and you're creating an imperial penguin, or what are we creating?
Yeah, it'd be, I guess, an emperor penguin. The kids have been telling me.
Yes, very nice. And what happened to inspire you to make this beautiful piece of ice into this penguin?
I had no idea what to carve today, so I asked my sponsor what they thought they'd like in their front, and they got a display of penguins. So
it all fits, it all works, it all adds to the spirit of the day. And how long have you been doing this?
We started at 9 o'clock this morning.
And is this your first sculpt you've ever done?
No, I think this is my fifth.
Wow, great, great. Yeah. Well, I really appreciate you bringing the spirit of the penguin and its elusive beauty to Sturgeon Bay, and sharing it with us. You're doing a great job. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. We're so earthbound that this man on the moon has come to visit us. A fine sculpt, and it's out here in front of On Deck. And it kind of greets people as they're making the turn from Jefferson onto 3rd. A great addition to this Fire and Ice Festival. We're here at another beautiful ice sculpt in Sturgeon Bay at the Fire and Ice, and your name, sir?
Elliot Vaness.
Elliot, is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, and Elliot, this is a beautiful creation. I'm judging that it is one of those frisky little squirrels that gets to my bird feeder.
Excellent, exactly.
Yeah, well, it's the truism of your sculpting, not my imagination, Elliot.
Thank you.
And how long have you been working on this?
Since about 10 o'clock this morning.
Okay, and the purpose of using the fire at this point with the Fire and Ice theme is?
We're just trying to smooth out all the lines, give it that really nice glass finish to it.
It's certainly working beautifully. And is this your first sculpt you've done, or have you done many?
I've done quite a few, actually. About maybe 3-4 years.
Yeah. Well, it certainly shows in this sculpt. It's a fine piece. That tail has plenty of flow to it and a lot of lifelikeness to it, and it certainly brings an element of joy to this beautiful day in Sturgeon Bay, where it's a little cloudy. The wind is light. There's very light snow coming down, adding to the ambiance of the day. And now this flame is finishing off this squirrel into this almost crystal-like creature. It's a lovely piece, Elliot, and we thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
We have some of the viewing cadre here who are enjoying all these ice sculpts, including Elliot's beautiful little squirrel. And your name, ma'am?
Elaine Cumber.
Hello, Elaine.
Nicole Wickman.
Nicole.
I'm Becky.
Hi, Becky.
I'm Dixie Vaness.
Hi, Dixie. And you ladies, are you like a little singing group here? You almost look like you're ready to do a carol.
Yeah, we can if we know how to sing.
All right. So you're going to practice singing. We'll see you next year for this event?
Yes, you will.
All right, great. We'll see you same place, same time. Bring your music.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Deck the halls with
there you
a bunch
go.
of squirrels.
Yeah. We're here. We just saw a squirrel down the road, and now we're continuing this wildlife backyard, this theme with a cute widow wabbit. And your name?
This is Laura.
Hi, Laura. And Laura, how did you decide to craft this little long-eared friend for our joy?
Actually, I came with a different idea, and I just decided off the spur of the moment.
You're not alone. Most people we've talked to started with one theme, and adaptivity is part of the keynotes of ice sculpting.
Yeah.
Have you been doing ice sculpting for very many years?
About 5 years ago, I've done it 2 or 3 times.
Excellent. Well, we certainly appreciate you being here, and you're here in front of the Door County Gifts and Barn Door Quilt Shop, and you're adding to the beauty and ambiance of this whole event, and we appreciate you bringing us joy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We're here at Kick Coffee Shop as we're strolling down the avenue and enjoying the ice sculpts and the snow sculpts. We've seen many fine creations, but none any finer than the warmth that the lovely tea and coffee that you serve has given to the patrons, and me included. And your name, please?
Amy.
Hi, Amy. And how long have you been making coffee and making people happy?
About 2 years.
2 years. Before that, you made people sad? I don't think so. I don't think your parents would say that, do you?
No, I don't.
No, I don't think so. And so what are the features of Kick Coffee Shop that make it so unique and so desirable for all of us to come here?
For one, the warm, friendly service, and for two, the really robust coffee.
It certainly is. And the variety of coffee they serve, the brand?
Altera coffee.
Altera, that's a fine coffee, I believe, made or prepared in Milwaukee.
That's right.
That's correct. So we want to thank you, and we're going to leave you today with warm wishes on a cold day, and thanks for keeping us all warm here.
Thank you very much.
And we're by another beautiful sculpt. I believe it's a dragon that's dragging some of its coldness down this sidewalk here in Sturgeon Bay. And your name, sir?
Matt Stender.
Hey, Matt, you're the fourth Matt we've interviewed today. Is it sort of a, I don't know, what comes first, the Matt or the sculpting ability?
I guess I'd like to say sculpting ability.
I think so. And so tell me the story of your journey on ice sculpting. How did you start? When did you start? And what made you decide to become a fine ice sculptor?
This is my 15th year doing it here. I did it since Sturgeon Bay has had it when I was a senior in high school. So it's just a cool medium, a different medium that you don't get to work with often, and they provide the ice and the tools. So
yeah, the tools as well. So do you do sculpting aside from ice sculpting?
Yeah, I do some large wood carvings, chainsaw carvings, and things of that nature. So
marvelous. Are you from the Sturgeon Bay area?
Southern Door County.
Southern Door, and so. Is that purely hobby, or you do it as a living?
Semi-employment.
Yes, but a high enjoyment.
Yep. Yep.
High enjoyment. You certainly are creative. How did you come up with this dragon here?
I actually showed up today intending on carving a salmon, so.
Yeah.
But the blocks of ice were different than they were
That's right.
supposed to be size-wise, so it just fit.
And was it Michelangelo, when he was creating David, or one of the muses, basically said he just...
Cut away everything that doesn't look like a dragon.
That's it. So here we are. And so this dragon appears not the fierce dragon of the Viking era, but more of a friendly, welcoming dragon. And of course, I won't drag this conversation on any further, but Matt, I think you're doing a beautiful job. It really flows. And at this point, it's giving off this diffuse light, which makes it just sparkle and brings its personality out even further. And if somebody wants to be an ice sculptor, what steps should they follow to gain the level of passion that you have?
I just got to try it. There's really nothing to it. I mean, you're just taking and changing the form into something else, and just get a good idea and start cutting away.
Beautiful. Well, we thank you for enhancing our day and bringing us this beautiful dragon.
All right,
Thanks.
thank you.
Be well, Matt. Thanks. We're here with a dripping wet lady who's covered in chipped ice, and so I wouldn't. Your name isn't Frappe, is it?
No, not even close.
I didn't think so. You're creating a beautiful sculpt. Can you tell us about it, please?
This is a lion. It starts out like a little piece of Fimo that bakes in the oven, and hopefully it turns into a nice piece of ice.
So, your name, please.
My name is Pat Webster.
Hi, Pat. Where are you from?
I'm from Sturgeon Bay.
Wonderful, Pat. Now, what inspired you to make the lion, and when did you make your small model?
I thought about it for weeks beforehand and couldn't think of a darn thing, and I sat down and made the model the night before.
There you go. It just kind of flowed in your hands. It felt good on your thumbs. Now, as you're turning that moldable piece of material into your loving lion, how different do you feel moving this hard, cold substance of ice?
To be perfectly honest, I'm surprised it's still a lion. It could have turned into anything under the sun.
It's a lovely piece. It has the qualities of your classic lion, and yet it has a degree of friendliness and warmth about it.
Well, good. I'm glad.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
glad.
And so, Pat, is this your first, how many years have you sculpted?
I think this is about our 5th time now.
Wow, that's wonderful. So it's a family or a couple thing?
My husband sits in the chair and makes sure I do things correctly, and he watches.
Yeah, so he wouldn't have been part of the inspiration of the lion-esque look, would he?
Well, maybe a little.
Maybe just a touch. That's great. And he's probably enjoyed his position. It's probably been a little warmer than yours.
Actually, I've been plenty warm. It's not like I'm cooled off.
It's a nice day. It's a wonderful day.
It's a beautiful day. We've carved.
Well, we want to thank you for bringing this to Sturgeon Bay and to helping this lion take shape so that we can all enjoy him. Him or her?
Him.
A him, yes, with the mane, yes.
Yeah.
And lovely shape, very classical. Love it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You have a great day.
You too, thanks. And we're by another fine ice sculptor. Your name, sir?
Jeremy Evanson.
Jeremy, and you said you can't wait to get warm now.
Yeah, I can't feel my fingers much, but...
Oh, man, yeah, they're pretty frozen in one position, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
And you're creating this lovely...
Transformers. This is Optimus Prime. He's the protector of the Autobots.
So I didn't know Autobots really needed that much protection, but I guess they do.
Well, yeah, they saved the Earth.
Oh, let's bring more of them on, okay?
They're right?
And maybe they'll help the economy as well. That'd be a good plus.
Very good, very good.
And so it's a lovely creation. How did you get the concept aside from always playing with Transformers?
This is my 3-year-old's favorite guy. We watch the movie almost every day of the week.
How cool. So you can do the lines, and your 3-year-old probably looks at you as being a superhero as well.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. So who is your sponsor?
Child's Play.
Excellent. So, well, it all fits in with the Child's Play, but it's a good adult attitude that's bringing this Transformer into realization. And may it stay cold for a few days so that everybody can come by and enjoy your good work.
All right, good deal.
Thank you. Stay warm.
All right.
Thanks.